Hi, it's Sylvester, and this is a life update video. I don't have a whole lot to talk about because my life is pretty boring, which is how I like it, but I do want to address the fact that I haven't been making a ton of videos recently. I go through phases, sometimes I make videos all the time, like multiple videos a day. And then sometimes I go through phases like the one I'm going through right now where I just don't feel like being in front of the camera and I don't have any ideas as to what kind of videos I want to make. I just, I don't, I just haven't been motivated to make videos recently. And that's a shame because making videos is something that makes me genuinely happy. And so the lack of motivation to make videos is kind of a sign that my mental health isn't necessarily where it should be. Now, I feel like every life update video is just about my mental health because that is a lot of what my life is navigating mental illness. And so but the thing is I haven't been super depressed recently. My anxiety has gotten a little bit better. I'm still quite anxious a lot of the time, but my anxiety is not as bad as it was a couple weeks ago. I'm doing pretty well, and I don't like saying that because first of all it feels like I'm bragging when things are going well in my life, and I generally try to stay humble. But secondly, I am very weirdly superstitious, and I feel like if I say that things are going well, then I'm going to jinx it. And so my instinct is to sit here and complain about how things could be better because things could always be better. Definitely things could be better. Like I've struggled a little bit with my PTSD this past week. Again, there are definitely ways things could be and should be better. But overall, I've been kind of happy, which is weird for me. I've been a depressed person basically my entire life. I didn't get a diagnosis until like 2018, but I'm pretty sure I've been depressed my entire life. And it's not that I have never really been happy, it's just that happiness has always felt more or less like a foreign concept to me. Like it's a thing that other people experience that I don't. And I know that that sounds really depressing, but that's just kind of how I've lived most of my life, where it's like, happiness is something that's very elusive. And again, it's not that I've never been happy. There have been times in my life where I've been happy. I've experienced happiness, but right now I'm just going through a period where I'm more happy than I am depressed. And again, I feel like I'm gonna jinx it. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the table a lot and it's causing the camera to shake a lot. Sorry about that. But I gesture a lot while I talk and my arms were leaning on the table. Anyway, so I'm just I'm very superstitious sometimes about certain things, and I just feel so anxious talking about how things are going well because I feel like everything is just gonna go to shit as soon as I put it out into the universe that things are going well. And again, things could be going better, but yeah, I'm doing great, honestly. Like I'm doing pretty great. And yeah. So I've been kind of busy recently, and I don't really know how to explain that because most people probably wonder what I do every day because it doesn't seem like I have a whole lot going on in my life, but like genuinely I've been kind of overwhelmed recently because I feel like I've just been really busy. Again, I'm not really sure what it is that I've been doing, but whatever I've been doing has been keeping me busy. And I've been doing therapy twice a week. I don't know if I've talked about this before on my channel, but I signed up for something called Ontario Structured Psychotherapy, I think is what it's called, OSP. And it's a free program, and it's basically just, it's therapy, a short period of therapy. Like it's like 8 to 12 sessions, I think. So yeah, I've been doing that on top of my regular therapy. So I've been doing therapy twice a week, which is a bit much, honestly. I I'm used to having my Tuesdays relatively free, and I like, again, I'm a boring person. I like living a boring life. I like it when there's not much going on in my life. And so Tuesdays are usually the day when I don't have to do a ton of stuff. And I've been doing therapy, OSP therapy on Tuesdays. So that's kind of eaten up a lot of my free time, and there's homework associated with the therapy, and it's it's a lot for me. I get very overwhelmed very, very easily. Also, this is something I know I've talked about on this channel before. I am experiencing some medication changes. They are taking me off of my anti-anxiety medication, which I am, in fact, anxious about. And so far it's been going well, but they're not replacing this anti-anxiety medication with any new medication. They're just getting rid of it, and theoretically the one medication I'm on should be enough to deal with my anxiety, but I have a lot of anxiety, and so that's stressful, a little bit stressful. They're taking it really slow, taking me off of that medication. They're really weaning me off of it very, very slowly, but the dose is going down, and eventually I will no longer be taking that medication. And yeah, I'm anxious about it. What else is new? My birthday was recently. I am officially 32 years old. I feel simultaneously very young and very old. I feel like I shouldn't be 32. I've said this before in at least one video, but mentally I kind of feel like I got stuck in my early 20s a little bit. Like I still feel like I should be 22, 23 maybe, but instead I'm 32, and that just blows my mind that it's like it's been a full decade since I was 22 years old. That's time is moving incredibly fast, and it's terrifying. So I feel kind of old, but I also know that in the grand scheme of things, I'm still quite young. I'm fortunate enough to be able-bodied. Like I'm not doing too bad for a 32-year-old. I know a lot of people my age who have a lot of back problems or a lot of knee problems or just general body aches and pains. And well, I've been feeling a little bit of that recently. Like I've had a bit of a pain in my one knee. My lower back was really hurting a couple weeks ago. I've been feeling some aches and pains, but for the most part, my body is holding up really well. So I'm thankful for that. There's a lot to be thankful for. I'm very appreciative of the life that I have. Sometimes, like recently, I've been sitting around thinking about how lucky I've gotten in so many ways. Like, my life hasn't been easy, and a lot of things have gone wrong. But I think about how it could have been so much worse. In so many ways, it could have been so much worse. And so I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful to have family who love me. I'm grateful for sorry. I had that was just a cough. I wasn't getting emotional. I wasn't about to cry. Nothing wrong with crying. Men cry, and it's okay for men to cry, but I wasn't about to cry. It's just I had something in my throat. Anyways, yeah, I'm getting all mushy gushy. This video's been going on for far too long. I should end it, but I'm very grateful. I'm very hopeful, and I'm very, I mean, I don't want to say I'm very happy, but things are going well. And again, I'm terrified to say that because I do not want to jinx it, but things have been going pretty dang well, and things could be a whole lot worse. So, anyways, if you've watched this far into the video, let me know. Sorry, I've been I keep shaking the camera. First of all, sorry about that. Secondly, I'm sorry that I feel like I've been kind of awkward in this video because I just feel like it's been forever since I've made a video, which I know isn't true, but it feels like it's been an eternity since I've made a video, and so I'm just like really feeling weird in front of the camera today. So hopefully this video was not unwatchable. And again, if you've made it this far, thank you, and I appreciate you. And have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.